Welcome back to the Wilson Brothers channel. I'm David. This is Isaac. Today we are reacting to a Brett Cooper video.
Oh, Brett Cooper.
Isaac and his lover, Brett Cooper. And she did a video 3 months ago, which we were a baby on this channel. If you guys don't realize, we've only been going for about a little over 3 months now. Yeah. Going strong. We're not stopping. We're releasing videos Monday through Friday, so don't forget to subscribe. But the title of this video is Make Dads Smart Again. Oh. Because in TV shows, movies, they always make men look stupid.
Yep.
And this has got to change. So we're going to react to a video she did and let us know your thoughts.
This tweet sparked the entire episode. I saw it over the weekend. I despise this idea that men are just so dumb. I see it portrayed on TV all the time, and it's a common theme of jokes among girls, which is true, sadly. They are not dumb. That's what they want you to think. They know exactly what they're doing. Don't be delusional. I like the first part of that tweet. I think at the end, this girl is just bitter, and she's actually thinking that men are terrible and manipulative. That's kind of how I read it. But the first part of that tweet is very important. The founder of EV Magazine, who I love, and you guys should read that magazine. Follow them if you do not already. They're like the new Cosmopolitan. Her name is Brittany, and she quote tweeted this and said, "This is why I stopped watching the majority of television years ago. Once you see it, you can't stop. I am tired of the, quote, stupid husband trope that you see in sitcoms like King of Queens or Modern Family or the total idiot father in Disney Channel shows. Give me Hercules going into the underworld to save his woman or William Wallace avenging his love." To be fair, I love Modern Family. I think it's a very funny sitcom. Later seasons, not so much. But like the beginning, the core years was very funny. And I know that people are talking about Phil Dunphy, and he is funny, but he is sort of a fool. We do have to admit that. However, he participates in his family. This is, we can't have all of the Phil Dunphy slander. He participates in his family. He loves his children like no other. He is a very, very active father, even though he could be a little clueless. And that is a lot better than the majority of male characters out there because he actually is a committed family man, even if he is just a goofball.
Let's freaking go.
Yeah, she's speaking out.
I'm glad that she's actually saying this because my wife, one of her favorite TV shows growing up was actually Smallville.
Really?
And you know why? Because the father of Clark Kent, he was actually a good father. Yeah, yeah. Who would have thought that a TV show can actually portray a man?
A good father would actually be valued.
Well, now in movies, they make it that the father is either dumb or abusive
or absent,
and then the mother always has to come and save the day. Yep. Or sometimes they show both parents being bad, which is obviously wrong as well. But I like that she's actually bringing some attention to this.
Context, too.
It's important.
Like this possibly started with The Honeymooners. That show was such a hit that everybody copied that husband-wife dynamic. Another person said this trend began to emerge in the late 80s and early 90s. It was a novelty at first. Look at that wacky dad. He is so funny. But now, guys, in 2023, that is just the norm. And you cannot tell me that it has not had an impact both on men and male-female relationships. One person said, they want men to expect less of themselves. They want boys to grow up thinking that they can be a goof and still get a decent job and a wife who's out of their league. Now, to be clear, I like the first part of that tweet because I do think that that is what they're trying to teach men. But I love a goof. You just have to be a competent goof. You cannot be an idiot. You must be able to emotionally support your partner and be stable. You cannot just be off in la la land 24/7. That's the point. But silly guys, don't worry. We all love you. We love a guy who makes us laugh. Anyway, another person said, in order to exalt the image of one gender, they attempt to degrade the image of another. Actually, both genders have specific yet different attributes that should be celebrated and promoted. Isn't that just a controversial take? Isn't that crazy that men and women are different and we both have strengths and weaknesses?
Nope out.
Thank you.
Why are people not saying that? Why is it so freaking difficult for people to get in their brain that men and women are different?
Thank you, Brett Cooper. You are bringing back my hope in society.
I mean, it's just not even Brett Cooper. It's just...
I'm just glad she's saying it because you can't say it now.
Hold on. Here's the thing. The problem is that so many men are castrated by society to say that you have to be not masculine and not strong in order to fit in with what's quote unquote normal. She's obviously highlighting a lot of cultural norms that are happening in society, but it's not just that. Men are being demonized for being men.
You know what? Something I also want to bring up is that one thing that me and my wife both hate, which she brings us up a lot.
We got to get her on the podcast.
We're going to bring my wife on. You're going to see how
Linda,
beautiful.
I'm calling you out. Get on the podcast.
You are beautiful, and the world is going to see it.
I'll just get past it. Come on.
We
understand.
So beautiful.
Yes, we understand.
But she tells me all the time, and this is very empowering for me as a man, that she hates it when guys say often that in order to have a successful relationship, you have to say that the woman's always right.
They're not. Nobody's always right.
You always have to apologize. Yeah.
Nobody's always right.
But you know that saying, right? That the woman is always right, that she's always right.
Yeah, they also say the saying that the man's the head, the woman's the neck, and she can turn however way she wants. That's controlling and manipulative. That's actually not what it's supposed to be.
I know, and so my wife acknowledging that and says that is phenomenal to me. Because
how does that empower you as a man?
It makes it realize that there's going to be times I'm wrong, times she's wrong, but we work together as a unit and we get better from it. But the fact
you get better.
You get better. But so many men even now believe that the woman's just always right.
Why do you think that happens?
Because of media.
Ooh, media. You know, we're actually media guys. We're content creators, but you know what? Media is not always going to tell you what's right and wrong. Listen to what your research tells you. Do your own research. Don't listen to us for everything we're saying.
And listen to Brett Cooper.
One of us should be stereotyped and portrayed as idiots 24/7? Crazy. Oh my God. Now, I started doing some research on this because I wanted to know if this was just kind of like a my family thing that my mom had identified, or if, people elsewhere off of Twitter were talking about it. There were literally 3 TikToks about this. One of them had more views, but everything else was just like a couple guys talking about it. Really didn't get much traction. They were kind of talking about some Simpsons characters, but, really not a lot of information out there. I also was trying to find some articles, and there have not been any articles written about this in the last few years. Like, I think that 2015, 2016 was the last article that I saw. And is this just because we're so used to this now?
Yep.
Like, it's so commonplace to see men portrayed as bumbling idiots, so we're not even writing about it anymore or discussing it. Is this because women have won? To bring Barbie into this, because I know we're all still thinking about Barbie, like, are we fully in matriarchal Barbie land and everybody's happy with the bumbling idiot Kens just being an accessory 24/7? Like, is that what we have gotten to? Like, the most significant article that I found about this was from 2010. It was from the Daily Mail. Why does TV love to portray men as idle, feckless idiots? And this author wrote, a casual contempt for men, especially fathers, has crept into much that is pumped out of the small box. It's there in TV comedies, from the character of the feckless father Frank in Shameless to Ben, the plain, stupid dentist dad in My Family, and even Pete Brockman, the ineffectual man of the house in Outnumbered. And then, because she has daughters, she wrote a lot about this and said, when my 2-year-old grows up, I want her to have high expectations of the men she meets. I want them to be capable of living up to those expectations. As the mother of a young daughter, I want to shout at the TV when I see fathers routinely portrayed as villains or idiots.
Thank you. I have a girl, and I want her to think that I am a warrior that is going to take care of her and not be considered just a random idiot.
What if your daughter saw you as an idiot?
Well, it's my job not to be an idiot.
No, I'm saying hypothetically for the audience, if your daughter saw you as an idiot, what would that do?
I mean, I'm not going to be an idiot.
I'm just saying hypothetically.
But how can... That's such weird, because I've never thought of that.
Hypothetically, if your daughter, when she grown up, let's say she's a teenager, and she looked at you and said, you're an idiot, what would that happen to you? What would you do?
2 things. I'd be like, first of all, you need to get off your phone. And then 2, I have failed as a man.
Okay.
If my daughter sees me as an absolute piece of crap that doesn't have any cojones, and cojones, and I just fall over and do whatever my wife says all the time because I'm, the little dog in the relationship.
You have no balls.
I have no balls.
Yeah, your balls got chopped off.
Then I haven't done the right thing as a man. But also, that would mean that I didn't choose the right spouse. My wife empowers me. And that's one of the things I love about her, is that she empowers me to be a strong man, empowers me to make decisions, and we make things together. The fact that she said that men don't always have to think the woman's right. I hate that. And even I see 80-year-old men all the time say, in order to have a successful relationship with your woman, what you got to do is just realize she's always right. My wife is always right. And if you want to actually be good, then this woman's sitting over there, yes, honey, I'm always right. And I'm just like, what's going on here? A lot of people, even in my family that I've seen, not my immediate family, but outside, they think the woman's always right. So get over yourself.
Nobody's always right.
It's a balance. Men and women are meant to work in harmony.
I want to publicly apologize for his really bad Southern accent.
My Southern accent is on point.
I do not endorse this as a Wilson brother. But you know what? He made a point.
Women out there that have country accents.
It got no country accent.
Isaac loves a girl with country accent. Right? You look a girl with a big southern
here's
drawl.
the thing. If a girl has a southern accent, she has her stuff together, she's a woman of integrity, character, and honor, boom, let's go out.
Just don't DM us on Instagram.
Instagram is good, but just know that he can see it too.
Everything you say, girl.
Yes. Like, I feel like this woman and my mother would be very, very good friends because this is one of the things that my mom told me. When I would, come home from a friend's house and would have watched some sitcom and she would watch some of it with me, she would go, no, you're not allowed to watch this anymore. These characters are terrible. This man is an idiot. Like, this family is not functional at all. Why would I let you watch something with such terrible values? It's not even funny because the only jokes are at the expense of this man who was supposed to be the man of the house. This article also made an excellent point about some of the parallels that might be eye-opening for some feminists. Maybe you could get some empathy for this, because she brought up how women used to be stereotyped and portrayed in media. Silly idiots, weak, incompetent. Oh, they can't drive, they can't do anything. They spend so much money, they don't know how to balance a checkbook. They're just made fun of constantly. You guys know what I'm talking about. And this is not portraying traditional gender roles, because this has no respect for women or what they bring to the house. This is not like, oh, we have a nice traditional wife character and a mother character. This is literally just turning the woman into an idiot. This is punching down at women because it was funny. We all know what that turned into. Women got fed up. They started burning their bras. They started the FU men sexual revolution. Now look where we are. We have totally flipped the script. Now men are the ones who are doomed to look like idiots on screen.
Look what they need to mimic a fraction of our power.
No wonder the men of today are struggling. No wonder they do not have good masculine role models. No wonder so many of them look towards the alpha red pill bros on Twitter and decide they don't want to have anything to do with the women who treat them like this.
Ooh. Who do you think she's referring to? Alpha red pill bros.
You know who it is.
No, but who... That's why I freaking asked you.
Well, Andrew Tate and obviously all of them.
Do you think she doesn't like Andrew Tate?
I think she appreciates aspects of him and then hates other aspects.
But she called out a generic group of people.
Well, the red pills, if you said what is the red pill, it is men that are traditionally all about men becoming strong at the expense of women as well. Like, they're very misogynistic and they think that you can sleep around, do whatever you want, and women are a inferior group. Now, we believe aspects in terms of men becoming strong.
Yeah.
But the red pill has gone so over the edge. But coming back to what she said that how women used to be portrayed in movies were as super weak, as just obedient housewives that did anything the man did, and they were shown to be idiots. And now they flipped the script. Now that's all about how men are perceived.
Yeah.
Why can't there be a balance? And that's exactly what she said. Why can't there be a balance? Why can't we show both genders being good? Why can't we show both of them as, being healthy?
But it's a pendulum.
Being a healthy family, a good mother and father.
Hold on. It's a pendulum.
You and your pendulums.
It is a pendulum.
Okay.
Anything in society over the course of the last 5,000 years is a pendulum. You go from women have no rights. They grow up in the house. They have to raise a family. They don't get a vote. They don't have any say in what happens. To now toxic femininity, which is, I don't want to marry a good man. I don't want to have kids. I want to grow in a corporation, make all this money, but not have any family. I want to be a badass woman, or a bad woman, right? I don't want to have the normal traditional things that women want. And that makes me a strong woman. That's not what makes you a strong woman. It's having those things without the nuclear family structure. If you're not able to have kids, I empathize with you. I'm not saying this is a broad blanket statement for all women, but what I am saying is, even Dr. Peterson said it. Women are most happy when they have a family, a husband that loves them, and they have children.
Yep.
Right? And that is the nuclear family structure that we're going after on this channel. We're trying to bring it back to traditional values of men being strong men, not to domineer women or abuse them, but to bring them back to a place of saying, hey, there are roles for each gender. You cannot conflate the genders into some hierarchy that you decide. You are happy in the gender role that you have, whether you're a woman or a man. This is not us pushing down women.
Work together.
Work together. Be a partnership.
Work together. Every time on this channel going forward that you see me doing this and I look kind of stupid, work together.
Work together.
That's
be
what we
a
need.
partnership.
Let's see if Brett has anything else inspiring.
Who think that this kind of media is acceptable, or that this is actually how men operate and what they believe and, how they work. One person on Twitter, I guess I should actually say X now, How do I even say that? Oh, I was reading X's? That's weird. I'm just going to say Twitter. Anyway, he said, I find it hypocritical. It sounds like this is a response because of the negative stereotypes of women. Instead of killing the toxic stuff against women, they are just shifting it to men. Again, the pendulum went whoop. Now to bring Barbie back into it.
What'd I say?
Middle ground.
What'd I freaking say?
We've got to find the balance. Anyway, it is all about power. Another person said, yep, I allow my son to watch some Disney Channel shows, but we do have a conversation about this so he knows what they are doing. And I love that both she and Brittany from Evie brought up Disney Channel because this was the thing that was most seriously banned in my house. Number one, because all of the shows, especially in the Gen Z era, like the earlier 2000s ones, the late 90s ones, I know people have a lot of fond memories of those, but like the 2010s shows, guys, absolutely terrible. No value whatsoever. They were awful. My mom literally thought the only thing that they would do for me is kill off my brain cells. But most importantly, the reason why it was banned was because of how these shows portrayed parents, especially fathers. And there are so many articles about this, again, from years ago. Like this one, study. Disney shows dump on dad.
Yep.
Here's one for the New York Post. How Disney teaches contempt for dads. And then here's a Reddit post where this father says, does the way Disney portrays father piss anyone else off? And then he writes, the complete lack of respect for a hardworking father was mind-boggling to me. If my wife or kids said anything to me in that manner, there would be hell to pay. Why is this okay to teach our children? If this is what our kids are learning, it is no wonder when I hang out with other parents and their kids are so disrespectful to them. Disney and any other media outlet that helps foster this culture. The kids in Disney Channel shows were brats, and the parents were idiots with no control over their households whatsoever. The parents were always the butts of the joke. The kids were punching down on the parents. No wonder we have an entire generation who does not respect their families or the values that their parents attempted to instill in them. The content that you watch has such an impact on your life, a dramatic influence on your life, on your values, your attitudes, your moods. I remember never being as cranky as I was when I would come home from a friend's house after watching Disney Channel. I was so angry at my mom. I was bitter. I was like, why are you telling me what to do? Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I would like stomp off to my room. And that is literally when I would get in trouble the most as like a tween.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem.
Fire.
What she's saying is 100% true. The problem, I think the deeper root is, who are you allowing to pastor you? Who are you allowing to speak into your life? I'm not talking about just immediate family members, interpersonal relationships, or people around you. Who on the internet, whether that's TV shows, movies you watch, who are you allowing to speak into your life? Because it's the same for kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what you allow into your kid's life is going to help or harm the way that they view life.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is actually allow my kids to watch those things. And I'm going to watch them with them and educate them on what society is wanting them to view.
But
how they're being educated.
No, but what age though? Because
because 8
at
and beyond.
Okay, that's
like
fair.
8
But
to
at
12.
a younger age, under that, they're not going to be able to understand what you're saying as much as the TV.
No, I'm saying I'm not going to allow my kid to have a phone when they're like 5.
Yeah.
I'm not going to allow her to be on social media until she's a teenager. Like, I'm going to be very careful with what I allow my child to see. But what she's saying is her parents just didn't allow her to do that. But I'm going to actually watch certain things with my child.
But what would you say to the single mom who doesn't have a father in the house that has a child that's watching this?
Watch it with her.
Okay, so, and then when they watch that program with their child, what are they supposed to do?
As they're going through, okay, certain things happen, pause it. So this and be like, this is not a healthy reflection of
what's the critical
what it should
thinking
be.
level of a child though?
Well, I mean, when you're like 8 to 9, you can dumb it down and say that, be like, this father isn't healthy. He's not.
But why should they watch that in the first place if the father's not healthy?
No, but okay, maybe not 8, maybe 10, or maybe 11, whatever that age group that you decide is okay. You need to educate them on those things, because if you don't educate them on that, then when they go out into the real world, whether in school or whatever it is, those are going to be the people educating them. But coming back to Brett Cooper, as Isaac can see, she doesn't have a ring on her finger at this moment. 3 months ago. So sad. Brett Cooper, you've hurt a soul. This person over here, look at him. Ladies and gentlemen, just look at him. He's laughing, but is he actually...
I already gave up on that dream.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's very sad.
No, I actually... Hold on. Brett Cooper, I'm talking to you right now. You got a fiance? I respect it. But here's the thing. We have a TikTok video of reacting to your video of your trailer that has 4.3 million views as we sit. I would love to come on set and meet you personally.
ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make a bold confession. One of my motivations to build this channel big, again, I look out for my brother. One of my motivations to build this channel really rapidly was so that Isaac could meet and potentially something happen with Brett Cooper.
Brett Cooper,
So
that
if
was
you
your
wanna-
that was your rationale.
So if I look out for my brother.
I mean,
So
that's quite
ladies
the
and
lookout.
gentlemen, subscribe to this channel because together we can make a difference.
We can meet Brett Cooper.
If we become hundreds of thousands of subscribers, when we have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, we will get the attention of Brett Cooper.
Yep.
And you will get to see, again, she's engaged.
She's
so
already seen our video. She just didn't respond to it.
Brett Cooper react to our video. Because
Let's go. Let's go, Brett Cooper. What you got?
Let's go.
Let's
We
go.
love you guys.
Let's go.
This
Hashtag
video is
Brett
fun.
Cooper.
Make dad smart again.
We're
tired
happy.
of men
Make
being
dad happy again. Snow White. Hashtag 2024.
I
Daily Wire.
thought you were gonna say make daddy happy again, but
That's what I said.
you said make dads happy.
I said make daddy happy again.
Make daddy happy again and make daddy a sandwich, apparently.
Make daddy a sandwich.
We love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe so that Brett Cooper can actually see these videos.
Let's go.
It'd be funny. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Right here is actually our reaction to her on
Trailer.
Snow White.
Trailer,
The trailer to Snow White, which
Check it out.
we took out the short clip and it went viral on TikTok. So check that out. We also have the link to all of our other socials. Hit us up there and we will see you guys on the next video.
Peace.
Peace.